Hi guys, you're watching Founders Temple channel, a sanctuary for founders, for those who follow the impulse of self-actualization and the need to build, for the explorers, for the disruptors, for those who answered the call to adventure, for future millionaires and billionaires. Let's begin. Today I'm taking you on a journey to one of the most iconic luxury brands in the world. We're going to explore the Tiffany brand. For over 180 years, it has not only dazzled with its jewelry, but also created a unique lifestyle full of elegance, subtle simplicity, and timeless beauty. Tiffany has become a symbol of luxury, and its classic, unique designs are a dream of many people around the globe. In this video, I will tell you 10 facts that everyone should know, not just luxury enthusiasts, but also brand creators, because in this video, you'll see the perspective of Charles Tiffany, because he created not only brand, but he shaped the entire jewelry and luxury industry. Let's get started. Fact number 1. Of all the magnificent Tiffany's collections, you must first and foremost know about the Tiffany Setting engagement ring. Its design hasn't changed since very beginning. It was designed in 1886 and hasn't changed a bit since then. Its price depends on the material and the size of the diamond. Prices start at $14,000. It was in this ring that Charles Louis Tiffany first applied the Tiffany's setting. The idea is that the diamond is placed on 4 or 6 legs, so its maximum surface is exposed to light. Previously, diamonds were hidden, embedded in the metal, and didn't release such brilliance. Thanks to the Tiffany setting, the maximum amount of light reaches the stone, creating a magnificent effect of sparkle and light reflections between the diamond's facets. The Tiffany setting was a breakthrough in jewelry design, and it's now the standard for all jewelry companies. The Tiffany engagement ring hasn't changed at all since 1886. Fact number 2. You should also know the organic designs of Elsa Peretti from the 70s. Elsa Peretti was a famous jewelry designer who created the open heart necklace. The open heart is one of the most popular and frequently purchased products in the United States. It is intended for women entering adulthood. For example, when a young woman in the US go to college or get married, fathers often buy them open heart necklace from Tiffany. The price ranges from $450 for the basic silver version to $17,000 version using diamonds and rose gold. Fact number 3. The film Breakfast at Tiffany's. One of the brand's defining moments was the 1961 film Breakfast at Tiffany's, starring Audrey Hepburn. Audrey played Holly, a young modern girl who came to New York with big dreams. One of Holly's favorite activities was visiting the Tiffany store on Fifth Avenue. She often gazed through the window at the jewelry, dreaming of luxury and grand life. The opening scene from the film where Audrey Hepburn in black Givenchy dress with a coffee and croissant in hand, wearing oversized sunglasses and gloves, looking through the window into the Tiffany store, has become one of the most iconic scenes in cinematic history. Audrey herself was a long-time Tiffany customer. Her sophisticated, stylish and modern personality perfectly aligned with the brand's vision. The film cemented itself in pop culture and solidified Tiffany's position as a leader in luxury jewelry. Fact number 4. The Tiffany's yellow diamond. It is one of the most famous diamonds in the world and the largest yellow diamond ever discovered. It was mined in the Kimberley mine in South Africa in 1878. When it was mined, it weighed 284 carats. The cutting process alone took a year and a half. The goal was to bring out as much color as possible without damaging it. Thus, Tiffany created a crystal weighing 128 carats and set it in a sunshine necklace. The sunshine necklace is one of the most famous necklaces in the world. It has been worn by some of the most distinguished women in history, including Audrey Hepburn, Beyoncé and Lady Gaga. The sunshine necklace is displayed at the world's largest jewelry exhibitions. Most recently, it appeared in Metropolitan Museum of New York in 2020. Today, this yellow diamond is one of the most iconic stones in existence, shrouded in mystery. It is unknown who owns it, where it's located, or when it will appear next. We can only hope it appears soon. Fact number 5. The famous blue box. Tiffany created the iconic world-renowned blue box packaging. It was created in 1886. Until then, jewelry was sold in plain, unmarked boxes. However, Charles Louis wanted something more distinctive, something that would make his brand memorable. And so the blue box was born in a color that was later trademarked by the company. Today it is called Tiffany Blue. There are various myths about the origin of the color. Some say Charles modeled it after robin eggs, others say he drew inspiration from the gemstones. Charles was known for his love of the nature and often incorporated natural inspirations in his designs. Regardless of the origin, the color Tiffany Blue became a symbol of luxury and sophistication. To this day, it remains the brand's signature color. And here's a fun fact. In Tiffany stores, you cannot open the jewelry box even in front of the buyer. Whatever we choose, we will receive it at Tiffany in closed box tied with a white ribbon which mustn't be opened. The first person allowed to open the box should be the ultimate owner of the item. This added an element of justified exclusivity to Tiffany's product as well as an element of surprise and anticipation. Fact number 6. The Tiffany's company was founded in 1837 by Charles Louis Tiffany and John B. Young. In the beginning, it was a fancy goods store selling various items: porcelain, watches, perfume, leather goods, silverware, accessories, and jewelry. Back then, it was called Tiffany, Young & Ellis, located on Broadway in Lower Manhattan. It wasn't until 16 years later, in 1853, that Charles ended his partnership with Young, changed the store's name to Tiffany Co, and focused solely on selling jewelry. Unlike other jewelry stores of the time, Charles began introducing innovations he saw fit. For instance, he started placing price tags on every of his product. A common practice in jewelry stores back then was haggling over every price, taking pledges, loans, etc. These stores functioned like pawn shops. Charles decided, however, that in his store jewelry could only be bought by cash, and he would not provide any loans or credit. He wanted to give a place an atmosphere of peace, class, and luxury. New York back then had only 270,000 inhabitants, and Charles saw a vision for his business. He noticed that New York was becoming a capital for international trade, and more middle and upper class people were gathering here. Soon the company began designing its own jewelry, using only the best materials and hiring the best jewelry makers in the industry. Fact number 7. Tiffany introduced the 925 silver standard, known as sterling silver. This means that 92.5 pure silver is used for every product. Charles decided he would use nothing but the highest grade of silver. Fact number 8. Famous Tiffany designers. Some of the world's most outstanding jewelers have designed for Tiffany. Among them was John Schlumberger, known for his extravagant, nature-inspired designs. There was Elsa Peretti, creator of minimalist organic forms, known for the bone cuff and the open heart necklace. A designer for Tiffany to this day is Paloma Picasso, daughter of Pablo Picasso. Her style is characterized by bold and expressive patterns. There was also Frank Gehry, the famous architect who designed unique jewelry collections for Tiffany in modern, almost architectural forms. Fact number 9. Tiffany has committed to sustainability. The company joined the climate neutrality movement and ensures that all products are made ethically. It also opened up and shared its entire supply chain. Another interesting fact is that Tiffany designed highest military decoration in the United States, the Medal of Honor. They also participated in renovation the torch of the Statue of Liberty. Fact 10. Tiffany is a global empire with over 450 stores in most prestigious localizations worldwide. This massive jump from about 300 salons in just a few years is a result of brand acquisition by the LVMH group and aggressive growth strategy. The symbol of the new era is recently completed $500 million renovation of Tiffany's legendary headquarters, known as the Landmark on Fifth Avenue in New York. It is no longer just a store. It is a 10-story sanctuary of luxury that combines retail with art gallery with technology. It sets the standard of what customer service should look like in 21st century. So these were 10 facts about Tiffany that show how vision translates into an indestructible empire. It's about how Charles Tiffany created a vision, not just for his brand, but for the entire jewelry industry. This could be a lesson of how courage and open thinking can create a brand for centuries. If you feel the compulsion to create, if you want to build things that leave a mark, stay with us. Check out other story of another legend, Cartier, the jeweler of kings, which you can find on our channel. We also invite you to visit founderstemple.com to sign for our newsletter for valuable materials. So, see you on the channel, see you at the top. Hey!